You guys look very realistic.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for voice actors who reprised their roles or made cameos in live-action adaptations.
It's not a gift to be given, no matter how well intended.
We won't be including times when voice actors dubbed over other people's live-action roles, as cool as it is that the cast of One Piece did that. Number 10. Jody Benson, The Little Mermaid. Jody Benson has been part of our worlds ever since she provided the iconic voice for Ariel in the Disney animated film The Little Mermaid.
Up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world.
In the live-action remake, Benson returns, though in a brief cameo appearance. While Halle Bailey's Ariel is in a marketplace, a vendor, played by Benson, calls out to her. Benson's character offers her food as well as a fork, dinglehopper, to eat it with.
Young lady, would you like to try some?
It's a lovely callback that highlights the passing of the torch from one Ariel to another, or in this case, passing the dinglehopper.
I think you'll be needing this.
Number 9. Paige OHara, Beauty and the Beast, a 30th celebration. Released 30 years after the original Disney animated classic, actually 31 years, but who's counting? This TV special feels halfway between the live-action remake and the original.
The same old bread and rolls to sell. Every morning just the same. Since the morning that we came to this poor provincial town.
Good morning, Mel.
Good morning, monsieur.
Fittingly, the celebration features another cameo from a Disney princess appearing alongside her new counterpart. During the performance of the song Belle, the eponymous heroine goes to the bookstore, where she encounters a bookseller played by the original Belle, Paige OHara.
There must be more than this provincial life.
Oh, Belle.
Good morning. I've come to return the book I borrowed.
Finished already?
O'Hara's character may gift Belle her favorite book, but she's also giving the story of Beauty and the Beast to a new generation.
Far off places, daring sword fights, magic spells, a prince in disguise.
If you like it all that much, it's yours.
But, madame,
I insist.
well, thank you.
Number 8. Nolan North, Uncharted. As one of the most prolific video game voice actors, chances are that you've heard Nolan North's voice at some point. However, his role as Nathan Drake, the protagonist of the Uncharted series, is perhaps his most well-known.
Perfect. Here we go.
In Hollywood's live-action version of the film, Tom Holland's Nathan Drake has a massive misadventure involving falling out of a plane. When he and his companion wash up on a beach, they're greeted by a sunbather played by North.
Whoa! What the hell happened to you two?
After asking what happened to them, North's character remarks that something similar happened to him, because it did.
Hey, something like that happened to me once.
Okay.
Number 7. Ming-Na Wen, Mulan. Back in 1998, Ming-Na Wen voiced what is arguably the most badass Disney princess, Mulan.
It looks like you're out of ideas.
Not quite.
We have no doubt that Wen could have had a larger role in the live-action remake, since she does a lot of her own stunts and has barely aged a day in 20 years.
And you should at least swing by on your travels. Tell some stories to the newcomers. They'll love that.
However, her small cameo is still legendary. She played an esteemed guest of the Emperor, who presents Mulan to the court. Much like the previous Disney princesses, she does a fantastic job introducing the new Mulan to the world.
Your Imperial Highness, Hua Mulan.
This is definitely a cameo worth fighting for. Number 6. Jim Cummings, Christopher Robin. For decades, Jim Cummings has been the voice of two of the most famous inhabitants of the 100-Acre Wood, Winnie the Pooh and Tigger.
Let's get, dangerous.
So when the time came for grown-up Christopher Robin to reunite with his animal friends, fans were overjoyed that Jim Cummings returned to voice the two characters.
Well, I needed to make room in his briefcase for the real important stuff. You know, things to remember us by, not that flippity-flap paper.
But without them, the woozers will eat him for breakfast.
Silly old Pooh Bear and the ever-rambunctious Tigger cut through Christopher's worries and help remind him what's important. And whether you're a kid just discovering them, or a kid at heart like Christopher Robin, Jim Cummings' performances are sure to touch your heart.
When it was tomorrow, it was too much day for me.
Silly old bear.
Number 5. Katie Sackoff, The Mandalorian. Bo-Katan Kryze is a Mandalorian heiress who appears frequently throughout Star Wars animated projects, beginning with the Clone Wars.
Without a complete lockdown of the city, Maul will escape again. That's why I'm proposing a joint operation. If we are successful, you'll have Maul, and I'll have Mandalore.
Her gradual redemption after initial villainy and her attempts to lead her people won her many fans. So when actress Katie Sackoff reprised the role in live action, many Star Wars fans were quite excited.
My family ruled it all. Now it's a tomb. Let's go.
Kryze becomes a major supporting character as she attempts to reunite her fractured people with Din Djarin's help. As great a performance as Sackoff turns in vocally, bringing her physical presence to Bo-Katan takes it to another level entirely.
You won't even take the Darksaber from him. He's the one you should be challenging.
Enough Mandalorian blood has been spilled by your own hands.
Number 4. Tawny Newsome and Jack Quaid, Star Trek Strange New Worlds. This franchise is no stranger to crossovers, but it's rare that the animated portion of it has transitioned to live action.
Okay, it's gonna be like every other portal, and we're just running scans.
Because it might do something.
Which it hasn't in 120 years.
Yeah, it's due. Can you imagine what it must have been like to be with those old scientists?
Tawny Newsome and Jack Quaid play Beckett Mariner and Brad Boimler, two ensigns in the animated Star Trek Lower Decks, which is set in the 24th century. Through a bit of time travel, the duo gets to interact with the crew of Captain Pike's Enterprise, and in 3 dimensions no less.
The portal? Oh my god, so that means I'm hello. That means I'm really on the
USS Enterprise, yes.
Quaid brings Boimler's perfect awkward energy to life, while Newsome's Mariner is every bit as chaotic when she's playing her on camera. And while other cast members from Lower Decks show up too, it's these two that get to meet their heroes.
They put that on the poster?
And I put it in my bunk. I meant for that to sound a lot more admiring than it did.
Number 3. Ashley Johnson, The Last of Us. When it comes to sheer volume of voice actor cameos, The Last of Us is one of the best.
You are the one person I never wanted to be in debt to. But I owe you. We all owe you.
Just take me to her.
I can't.
There are so many we could have chosen to talk about. Merle Dandridge, Troy Baker, Jeffrey Pierce, Laura Bailey, but we had to go with Ashley Johnson. She plays Ellie Williams in the games and appears as Ellie's mother, Anna, in the HBO series.
Hi. Oh, you're so tough. I got you. It's okay.
In a flashback, a pregnant Anna is seen fighting off the infected creatures that stalk her post-apocalyptic world before giving birth to Ellie, though she gets infected herself. Johnson's intense performance made this the obvious pick, even among all the other cameos.
I can't do that. I don't want you to give her this. Her name is Ellie. How long have we known each other?
Number 2. Lars Mikkelson, Ahsoka. Grand Admiral Thrawn is a beloved villain from the Star Wars novels. He made his on-screen debut in Star Wars Rebels, with Lars Mikkelson portraying the crafty strategist.
Pleasure to meet you, Captain Hera Syndulla.
Wish I could say the same, Admiral.
It is a pity our first encounter might, well, be our last.
When it came time for Thrawn to appear in live action, fans were naturally thrilled to see Mikkelson reprise the part.
The desire to be reunited with your long-lost friend. How that singular focus will reshape our galaxy.
Mikkelson's performance is even more impressive in person, as he imbues Thrawn with the calm, sinister gravitas that defines the character. And with the Grand Admiral's plans only just beginning, we look forward to seeing where Mikkelson takes Thrawn in the future.
Dispatch the night troopers. I shall inform the Great Mothers that it's time.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Kevin Conroy, Batwoman. For anyone who grew up with the Batman cartoons of the 1990s, the Caped Crusader sounds like one man, Kevin Conroy.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
But in this 2019 Arrowverse crossover event, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Conroy finally got to portray Bruce Wayne and Batman in the flesh on TV. This version of the Dark Knight is even darker than the ones Conroy usually played, having broken his code and killed people, including Superman.
What did you do? Clearly what you couldn't.
How is he a threat?
Strange visitor from another planet comes to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men.
Despite these differences, the late, great Kevin Conroy got to prove that he's one of the definitive versions of Batman, whether he's acting with his voice or his whole body.
Bruce, but it ends now.
Yes. Let it end. Let it all end. This world's not worth saving in any universe.
Which voice artist would you love to see in a live-action appearance? Let us know in the comments.
What was first just a dream has become a frightening reality for those who may oppose us.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.